Oh yeah, with further ado, let's just kick it off with Denver. Do we have is that where we're going?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we need any graphics. I mean, this is kind of old news now. Denver won, right? They won Game 5 of the series. First win ever for
Yeah,
the Denver Nuggets.
but we haven't talked about it yet, so this is what matters. Like we haven't talked about it yet.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it. So, I mean, anything particular that really strikes you?
The Joker's the truth. He's the truth. Watching him play, it was like it was watching a sixth grader play against kindergartners. It was crazy. It took me back to like my elementary days when like the big kids, like we would try to play with sixth graders when we were in third grade, and they would just destroy us. That's how it felt. Joker is that good.
He's just hard to guard, hard to defend against. Doesn't miss. His 3-point shooting is good.
His interior game is ridiculous.
He had that one. What game was it? Was it game 3 where he went 30 points? Was it 20 rebounds and 10 assists?
Oh, when him and Jamal both got triple doubles, first time ever. Not just triple doubles, but 30-point triple doubles. Mm-hmm. It's never happened in the NBA ever.
I thought it was just a playoff.
No, ever. It was just pretty amazing.
Oh, for 2 players to get triple doubles?
For 2 players to do it, teammates to do it. There have been teammates that gotten triple doubles, but not teammates that had 30-point triple doubles, which is pretty amazing. But Joker's legit. I mean, I listen. I'm a Suns fan. I don't like seeing Denver win because I think there are rivals, right? You know, Lakers are too, but I think now it's more of a Phoenix, Denver, Phoenix, Dallas, Phoenix, LA. I guess they're all, you know, we hate all of them, but man, we just didn't want to see Denver get it before the Suns, and they did.
Yeah. Jimmy Buckets, I mean, he can only do so much. They only won 1 game, and they won 1 game in Denver, right? They didn't win a game in Miami.
No.
If I recall, it was game 2.
No.
Yeah, so Denver lost one at home, but they were able. Good for them to win Game 5 at home to celebrate it there too. That's ideally what you want.
Did they win at home?
It was Game 5, right?
Was it at home?
Yeah. Game 5. First 2 games in Denver, next 2 games in Miami. Game 5 in Denver. Otherwise, Game 6 would have been in Miami. Game 7 would have been in.
No, I think you're right. But I'm gonna look it up. It's called Verify.
Trust yet verify.
But yeah, Jimmy, I'm with you on Jimmy Butler. But I think they just ran out of gas, right?
I mean, they were the number 8 seed. They weren't even supposed to go that far on paper. But yeah, it's just a good story. It would have been greater if they won it all, sure. But getting that far alone is phenomenal. I mean, they have a good story for winning the Eastern Conference alone.
Yeah.
Just when they shouldn't have, and they beat tough teams to get there.
You're right. I'm looking at it right now. You're seeing it as well. Denver. Okay, so Nuggets won first game. The Heat won the second game in Denver. And that's when I was like, oh, you got to believe. Mm-hmm. And then they got beat pretty bad. Game 3, 109-94. You know, Game 4, 108-95 in Miami. Then they go to Denver, and Denver wins 94-89. You know, now Miami's going to have to retool. You know? They're going to do something, I hear.
What was their weak areas?
I think they need to get another running mate with Jimmy Buckets. I mean, he was the only one doing anything. Kyle Lowry sucked. He didn't do anything. You know, I think he's just same thing. He got the Chris Paul disease. Too old, father time, just said, you know what, you can't do it anymore. So I think that's what it was. That Tyler kid that didn't play, maybe would have made a difference. I don't know. You know, Kevin Love, he was all right. He just, same thing, he's getting old too. I think they're going to go for some young blood, you know, some young players out there. But, you know, I could see Miami doing well again, but I don't know if they can get back in there unless they get a big name. You know, they could get Lillard over in Portland. If they get that, it's game over. I heard rumors he might come to the Suns. If that happens, oh my gosh.
Ooh, okay, before we talk about more about Suns, any more on Denver winning it all?
Yeah, I mean, you got to give them their due. You know,
the respect. Right?
Joker is. A lot of people are like, I can't believe they won. How? Like, Joker's won 2 MVPs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's a
back to back.
Back to back. He's a good play. Arguably, could have won this year. You know, he was close, but he's still a top
He's
3 player.
Finals MVP.
Yeah. Yep. He's
No
a
doubt about that. So we'll give him that.
Yeah, he's a top 3 NBA player, and you, like watching that series, I'm just like, dude, this guy's unguardable. He plays hard, you know. But and it shows his brothers. You see his brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're big dudes too.
They're also big. They weren't. They're not basketball players, right?
No, you see,
could have been,
one of his brothers looked like a hitman. You see him? He looked like he can be in a John Wick movie.
A friend of mine took a picture with him. It was pretty cool.
Oh, really? Yeah, he's a pretty big dude. And I was like, yeah, that's Big Brother. He probably like beat up a lot of kids, you know, in the name of Joker.
Well, Joker, I mean, we all seen pictures of him when he was a fat kid.
Yeah, Luca was too.
Yeah.
Luca was too.
Luka was too? Okay.
They're both still fat. You ever see them in the off season? Dude, the thing is with those players, like those European players, they don't I mean, they put on the weight on the off season. You know, they start practicing, like they were saying, the Joker's like, hey, you know, now it's time to go do my thing. When I get back, then I'll start practicing and stuff. So they use preseason to get back in shape.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they live their life. You know, they enjoy it. You know, but they have the talent. Like they have the natural talent to play the sport. You know, because you see Luka drops like 20 pounds every season. He comes in a little bigger, but drops the pound. Nothing like Zion, though. Zion was big. Hey, that's talking about guys getting out of shape. Dude, that's one dude that gets out of shape. And
If you were an athlete, what would you do on your off season?
I wouldn't work out as hard, but I would still work out.
Yeah.
You know, I would go to my summer homes and travel, and I would enjoy life. But you gotta watch what you eat, because you are an athlete and you are playing for the next contract. You are playing for. I mean, you can't just take the big contract and think, oh, life is great. You gotta get that endorsement money too, right? You gotta get better and better so people buy your jerseys. You know, your name's still on discussions. People
Stay on top of it.
Yeah, people want to, hey, will you endorse Sprite? Will you come and wear these shoes? Hey, you know.
Thanks for watching our clip. If you want to see more clips like this and you like our views, like the show, click here for some more clips. If you want to hear the whole podcast, watch the whole podcast, click here for the whole podcast. Remember, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll get back to you. Thank you, and have a great day.